It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni, and we are tapping in right now. We're in the Juneteenth celebration by Discover Champions, and the owner of Discover Champions right to the left of me, Destiny. Destiny, state your name and your claim.
How you doing? I'm Destiny Devon. I am the owner and founder of Discover Champions. I'm so grateful to have these panelists here with me. Awesome day.
Awesome day, awesome day. And next to me is my boy, Brian Lay. Brian Lay, tell them about yourself, brother.
How's it going? My name is Brian Lay. I'm co-founder of G4L Family, professionally known as Artist B. Lay. And I've been mentoring here on and off for the last 7 years, and I met her over Instagram and we connected, and I brought these pieces in just to talk about our testimony, our story, how we can help build together, teamwork, dreamwork.
Amen.
Right on.
And just rock and roll, go from there.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. And on last but definitely not least, Big Mama OG. OG Big Mama. Talk to him. Let them know who you are.
Okay, I'm OG Big Mama. I'm from Washington. I'm from Hollywood. I'm from over across, you know what I'm saying, Central. But I have my nonprofit, Complete 360 Life Reconstruction Change Organization. Then I have my entertainment company, Flatland Entertainment LLC. I put a few artists out. If anybody ever heard of Prisoners of Watt, you know, that was a group I put out. I put out an artist from Compton named Mo. And if y'all ever heard of Coming of Age, I was working with them when they started coming out. But unfortunately, I had to go on a vacation, so, cause she signed. So, I am, you know, I was really an important piece of the puzzle in the industry in the 80s and 90s. But, you know, I'm still here. I'm a cancer survivor. I got diagnosed with cancer in 2022. I had 3 surgeries in 2023, and I'm still here.
Hey, amen to that.
One more thing, your health is your wealth. If you haven't been getting your regular checkups, please get your regular checkups, because that's how you'll know if you got any type of terminal illness, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to catch it, if you having your regular checkups.
Awesome, awesome. Yo, that's what's up, that's what's up. So, thank you for gracing each and every one of you guys with your presence. Destiny.
Yes, sir.
Tell us why you decide to create Discover Champions. Tell us about it.
Let's talk about it. So when I was 17, I caught a case for robbery 211. I was charged with a 10-year gun enhancement, 4 years for robbery. Went to prison at the age of 18. I served 7 years in total. Inside, I obtained my associate's degree. I feel like I changed my life. That's the best thing that ever happened to me, was serving time away from another environment. It's people, places, and spaces who you can learn, how you can learn different things about yourself. So I learned that I was a leader. I started off as a follower because I am born and raised here in the Imperial Court Projects. Followed my way into gang-banging, committing crimes. I think I did probably everything you can name. I'm not proud of it, but it is my testimony of who I am today. I'm back in my community after my 7 years, so I was like, why would I not come back to where I belong? I don't see myself leaving no time soon, so I find myself to find it to be a better situation when I'm in here. You know, I feel like the environment does change when I'm here, so I ended up starting my own nonprofit called Discover Champions. It is based for my youth, because I was a youth when I went to jail. I was a youth when I started gang banging. I was 8 years old and I started shooting dice. So I know I'll start with the youth. So I based it off of a basketball team. We was having a basketball team. We had to take a pause on it because of school. We do focus on grades. That's more important. I do take school serious. And now that I take school serious, I take the discipline serious, because I feel like entrepreneurship had to start somewhere, and I feel like it lacked this in our community. My goal is to make more entrepreneurs, to show them that there's a different way and finding their outlet in life. Discover Champion is based off discover who you really are. I had to discover who I really was. I'm not a game member. I am not a statistic for the system. I am a college student at Cal State Long Beach, getting my bachelor's in communication sociology. That is not the end though, and the bachelor's degree not even the end goal. I'm actually doing it for the experience, really, because the piece of paper don't really mean nothing to me. At the end of the day, like I said, I promote entrepreneurship. So Discover Champion is really just all about discovering who you are, who you can be, who God wants you to be, what God set forth for you.
Yeah.
I feel like God got a plan for me that's destined. I don't even know what the destiny is, but I know it's me. So just know I'm here to make change, and that's what Discover Champion is here for.
That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? I hear the passion in your voice, and I'm glad you said that. And you said it was 7 years, right?
Yes, sir.
Biblical terms, 7 years is the number of completion.
Oh, snap.
But you want to know what the 8 number is?
Tell me.
Abundance and infinity. You know what I'm saying? And new beginnings.
Ooh.
Right? So now you're in your 8th year.
Sir.
And it's a blessing that you bring in that to this community where you came from, right? Because new beginnings, meaning that you're going to be able to sow seed into other individuals around here that can be able to, one, deter them from the actions that you've done.
Exactly.
And 2, give them a different outcome, what they probably never experienced. And number 3, then they'll be able to pour it back in the community. So we always talk about generation curses, but we never talk about the generational blessing much, right? And that's what you bring in to here, because like you said, I understand a paper doesn't mean anything to you, but what it does gives you, it gives you the light to say, hey, go to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that you can't, because you went into the system, you came out of the system, and you're going to school. So you can tell them anything's possible when you hit your low. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Exactly. Thank you too. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate that, because I did take the 7 years out of that. I feel like that's so true, because 7 years in, and then the 8th year was abundance for me, because I hit my rock bottom, my lowest low.
Right.
And I think my community actually see me in my lowest low. And I actually see me pick it also back up. So
yeah,
appreciate y'all like that.
Definitely. And I'm gonna spin it to you, B-Lay.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and talk to us about your life, man.
All right. First, Destiny.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
Hey, so B.
I'm glad this is the second year.
Second event is my first year.
Excuse me.
Yes,
the
sir.
second event, first year.
Yes, sir.
But to see the steps and where it's headed, I'm with you. So I have never been locked up physically. Right. Celebration of Juneteenth is about joy and being happy.
Yeah.
I was locked up mentally, which could be the worst when your mind is locked up and your body is free.
Yeah.
Long story short, coming out of a traumatic event that got triggered 7 years ago about childhood sexual abuse.
Right.
That I buried, that happened at a Christian school that I went to, and hiding it, and being a child with a stutter, being neurodivergent, I was very fearful in life.
Right.
Hiding the stigma behind the sexual abuse and not talking about it kept me from my own self. So I started to, basically, I'm an artist, all around artist. I've always been an artist.
Yeah.
And I was painting from a lack of, instead of a God-filled joy of life, because I blamed God because it happened at a Christian school.
Right.
So I went down this route. I toured internationally with 2 really big major rock bands.
Okay.
As well as working executive protection for one. And I toured the world. I've been successful in college, played college basketball.
Okay.
My family has been there, and my close friends through my struggles these last 7 years.
Yeah.
I built a business with my business partner who lives in Nashville.
Okay.
And basically, in real time, things are coming together through God's grace.
Yeah. Amen.
How I met you guys through Rock Sticks.
Yeah.
How things are just naturally formulating. And I wrote a lesson plan, or not lesson plan, but skills and things modalities I've learned that have helped me.
Right.
Because our community our community doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Boys get sexually abused just like women.
Right.
And it led me to negative outcomes, right? So
Yeah.
I'm an avid reader. I love The Alchemist. You can transcend that emotion. I believe through Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody
Amen.
believe what you want to believe, but the Holy Spirit speaks through. Those with the inner ear to hear can listen.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So that's my testimony, where I'm coming from, and I haven't been able to talk about it for a long time because I was afraid, right?
Right.
Because fear is false appearances, false
evidence appearing real. Yeah. I've heard of that.
in a negative space, right?
Right.
And through God's self-healing, meditation, prayer, I was vegan for 3 years. I eat meat now, but praying over the food before you ingest it
Right.
can heal as well.
So you develop a discipline.
Yes,
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah.
And a pattern, and each one teach one. There are many gatekeepers in life. Financial, entrepreneurial,
Yeah.
health.
Right.
We have been gatekeeped since, we want to talk about it, since year 325,
Oh wow.
Nicaea, when the Romans took the truth of Ethiopia and made the Catholic Church.
Wow.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
And
Right.
around that same time, they took all the Eastern knowledge and kept it, and they distributed what they wanted.
Right.
I want to go that far back, but
No, that makes a good point. OG Big Mama, I want you to talk in about the disciplines about that, right? And because our cultural disciplines kind of shape and make who we are. Right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like they say, it started in the home, right?
Right.
I mean, I want to ask y'all a question about that.
Yeah.
What do you think about, what you feel about your mother?
Love my mama. I love my mama.
Okay, but what if it came a case that your mother was selling you?
Sheesh.
She was selling you?
Shoot.
Okay.
That's going to be another topic, because I'm an artist
Yeah.
that at the time, you know, I thought she was like 21, 18 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
This day, 2025, she said, Big Mama, you know I was only 15,
Wow.
and her mom was selling her.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, I'm bad. Yeah.
your mother is the person, your mother and your father is the person you look up to, and that's your bond to them.
Right. The protectors.
Yeah, that's a protector. So when something like that happened, and I'm sure today it's still happening, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, what can we do? How
Right.
can we, you know, how can we help the ones that's really going through that? Because 10 to 1, they not talking about it.
Right.
It's somebody's
Secret keepers.
family.
Yeah. You know, back in, you know how we're Gen X, Y, and Z, baby boomers. The generation before the baby boomers were the secret keepers. And that was the 1920s all the way to the 1955s and 60s. And in those generations, the reason why those secrets was kept, it was the shame. You know what I'm saying? The shame. You didn't want to bring shame to the family. What goes on here stays in here. That was the terminology that those generations lived by, and then embedded into the Gen Xers in 1965 all the way to 1980. That's the Gen X, right? And in that, it's like you learn how to just cope with trauma. You learn how to cope with mental illness. You learn how to cope because life is life.
Right.
You know, even then life was life, and you just had to pick up and carry on.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
The bad part about it is they didn't have the tools we have now. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are against technology, but now technology got it where you can go ahead and pop up your screen, and now you're sitting with a therapist. Somebody who can be able to tap into you, and they across the world, you across the world, but you can still get that connection. You feel me?
Right.
And that connection can allow you to dig in, because I've been in therapy for the last 4 years. Right? I appreciate it. Yeah. And the reason why at first I went in, I didn't do therapy right. And a lot of people get that wrong. They do therapy, but they don't do it right. And when I say do it right is you stay surface Like, what's the matter? Oh, I had a good day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm mad at my job.
Yeah.
You sit in a session long enough, especially when somebody else is paying for it, you kind of not think that it's that important. But then you start realizing, you know what? Why am I so angry when this happens? Why I think bad of a certain situation that I haven't even addressed yet.
Exactly.
So then you start digging, you start asking, you know what I'm saying? You start getting comfortable with the stranger that's your therapist. And then you sit down and say, like, you know what? You realize all your conversations with your therapist are confidential.
Yeah.
So you start realizing what that means, and so you're like, why do I feel this certain way whenever I don't get invited and when I see my friends around?
Yeah.
I'm looking on social media, I'm like, how come they didn't invite me to this?
Yeah.
You know, then you start developing things that came down when you were a kid, when you were left out. You feel what I'm saying? And these are things that we don't talk about. We just be like, swipe, swipe, swipe. But sometimes we gotta sit in our trauma to identify what it is.
Exactly.
And then look at our tools. We can get some help. Go ahead. I know you was about to say something.
Oh, no, I want to say that I totally agree with you. I swear to God, like this is the most truthful stuff I heard today, because I genuinely was able to dig deep once I was incarcerated. Once I had that unfamiliar face inside of this small ass room.
Yeah.
And I'm in there pouring my heart out because I didn't trust nobody when I was home.
Yeah.
I didn't have no confidant to depend on in my community. Like, who can I talk to? Who can really hear me out? Who not gonna judge me? Who not gonna talk about me? Who not gonna pass my business to the next person? So when they see me, they know something.
Right.
I understand.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So in that moment, I was mentally abused through high school. I had a friend I thought was my friend, and she mentally put me down like a lot.
Right.
Talked about me, never lifted me up. Then I had friends who had more money, and they never once, as my friend, gave it to me. So you going through things in society that you don't really see as a bad habit, but it's traumatizing you, and your brain is starting to really start being insecure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was an insecure person, you know, until I went to jail, until I went to juvenile hall. And I'm telling you, and you said them unfamiliar faces, them strangers become your best friends.
Yeah.
Because they literally know how to listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need feedback, you know, and your friends got so much feedback because they know everything.
Yeah.
But that person, that stranger right there, just hearing you out, and they letting you pour into them,
Yeah.
so they able to give you back the advice you really need later
Yeah.
down the line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you start to hear your own self. So I'm starting to learn how to reflect.
Yeah.
So you reflect on the hurt from the project.
Yeah.
I was able to reflect on my friends. So I just want to say I understand.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Definitely.
I was
Definitely.
gonna add in addition to what you were saying, the mental health aspect is, if you look at our world today, it's a mental world. Right?
Yeah.
Your world is everything, and how you feel. And working on the shadow work, the stuff that you don't want to talk about, is how you actually
Shadow work.
heal, and you bring that to life and darkness to
Can
light.
you actually expand on what the shadow work means?
Okay, so
I don't know.
there's a book called The Hero's Journey.
Okay.
Basically, the Bible talks about carrying your own cross through Jesus to heal. So carrying the stuff you don't want to talk about, the stuff I didn't want to talk about, how the sexually abused child, I had to learn how to like that version of me,
Right.
to heal from it,
Right.
because I was blocking it. I
Right.
had to integrate it into me, to let go and to shake off the wounds and to heal.
Yeah.
So the shadow work. And
Right.
in my mind, that's what's healing me, to associate with the world around me, because now I can feel differently. I don't keep everything stuck inside.
Nice.
So the world is a mental world, and if you look at even gang culture, no matter where you're from, look at it as a PTSD situation, because
Yeah.
it's traumatic. When you lose somebody, when they die, when you see this trauma, it keeps you mentally there, right?
You're right.
So if we can change that narrative into a mental health aspect, then we can break that stigma.
Yeah.
And it's very important, because back in slavery times, when slaves would run away, they had detromania, which was a mental illness for a slave wanting to be free.
Wow.
They said you were mentally sick, right? So that's why healing ourselves and our community and really having these dialogues, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys talking sparks things, and it's all a flowing Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Well, since we on certain things,
Yeah.
we gonna talk about breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
Who I am.
Yeah.
Emoji Big Mama, and I didn't read this in a book. I lived it. I'm a two-time felon, two-time ex-felon, registered drug dealer. How about that? Now,
Right on.
you see, you ain't the only one, Ben. I'm a two-time felon.
Right.
I went to state, right? And then it was like, I guess I wasn't satisfied. I went to the feds.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
a woman who was once facing 25 years of life under California's three-strike law was judged went with Huffman, ready to lock me away forever. But I only got 6. Thank God.
Thank God.
You know, I wasn't even in California. I was in Missouri.
Okay.
You know, I ain't seen my family in like 6, 7, 8 months.
Right on.
So when I go to the federal holdover to go to court, the judge is standing in the hall smiling. I said, okay, God done showed up. That 25 to life is out the window.
Yeah.
So that 6 is a blessing.
Yeah.
Okay, but I changed. I fought my way out. Now I fight for you.
Yeah.
Where the cycle started, let's be real. The pain in our neighborhood didn't start with us. It started with slavery. Willie Lynch on a system that's been breaking down black families for over 400 years. Turn on each other, fear ourselves, raise our sons for prison and our daughters for struggle.
Yeah.
And we've been surviving instead of living ever since.
Okay. Elaborate on that living part.
I mean, look how we live. We got to go with what they give us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that's owed to us.
Yes, it is. It is.
Is it the reparations?
Reparations.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But are they rushing to give us the reparations?
No, they're not.
Let me see it, huh?
You know, I think because you're making a good point. There's things that's owed to our communities, right? You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to be free, period. .com, point blank, period. But we didn't get that, right? And then they're trying to take things away from us now, right? However, what we need to do is connect with the right people. So if we don't get the reparations now, we're gonna get it, but we gotta find a way to make sure we get it. It may not be as a handout, it may be as a, hey, don't go to that door, go to that door, because if you go to that door, which is eliminating the gatekeeper, they showing you the way to get to the bag or get to the open blessing that you deserve. I didn't want to cut you off, but you said something and I wanted to go ahead and let you grab to that. I'm ready. I'm ready.
The real enemy is trauma.
Okay.
It ain't just gang banging on the system. It's the trauma we carry every day. Losing loved ones, growing up in violence, not trusting nobody, feeling like we don't matter. That's not how we're supposed to live. What we need, trauma-informed healing. We don't need more jail time. We need real time to heal, counseling, second chances, safe spaces, mentorship, love without judgment. We got to treat our people like they matter.
Yeah.
Because we do. Break the cycle, build the future. We're done passing pain down through generations. We're breaking the cycle and building doctors, lawyers, nurses, musicians, leaders, and entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So we gotta get our people a different mind frame.
We got to.
You know what I mean? Because we hustle because that's it's free.
Right.
You know, once we learn how to hustle, that's our job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You can
saying?
hustle anything. You can sell whatever to whatever.
It don't have to be a drug.
No.
It could be legal. It could be entrepreneurial.
That's it.
And what we can go for it.
I want to say something before I lose this thought. Reparations are not a handout because the Bank of Lloyd's London, who funded the transatlantic slave trade, gave reparations to the Armenian.
Oh wow.
Years ago, they bragged about it online. You can't find it no more. You swipe it, but it's not a handout because look at Black Wall Street. It was black owned.
Yes, it was.
Helping each other.
Yes, it was.
It was amazing.
1921.
Right. And that was breaking down, but there's more Black Wall Street that they don't want to let you know about.
Yeah, it's true. Because I've been to the actual Black Wall Street exhibit out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood, but Tulsa is what everybody know about. And I'm gonna tell you, the things that we had, we didn't need their economy because we had our own.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We had our own barbers, we had our own therapists, we had our own construction companies, our own rail builders, we had our own, right?
Firefighters.
You know what I'm saying? And they saw how powerful we were and how well we were, and then just anything that doesn't have the proper education, which they wasn't educated on us.
Right.
They just thought that we were a threat, because ignorance love to have an enemy to say, well, I don't know, so I feel threatened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People are scared of what they don't know, because once they get the know,
Right?
and know is the know has the primal word of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Once you have the knowledge, and you know, knowledge is power when it's applied. It's just not having it. So once you take that, I know they're not a threat, let me go ahead and work with them. Then now you start getting powerful, because we're better together than we are separate. You see what I'm saying?
I'm actually tap on that. I feel like the knowledge part, you said it all. When we don't know what's out there for us, we just kind of be stagnant. We enjoy the stagnant, you know, and it's only when you've been through it and you go through it, like trading. I finally learned how to trade, and now that I know that it's out there and it's real, I don't want to give up. You know what I'm saying? Now I got the urge to want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's what we got to bring the community, different situations, so they can know that that's why I actually was so grateful that y'all come, because I don't feel like we have enough black faces who willing to be a free black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, who willing to be free in their skin and glad to be black. You know what I'm saying? Proud to be black. I feel like if you hate your people, then you're ashamed to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually wrote this dope poem, and I forgot to bring it, but it was just more so like, you hate me, so I hate myself. So I said, you hate me. I can't even remember, but it just speaks that we, like, you kind of do hate yourself if you hate your people. You know what I'm saying? But if you knew better, we'd do better. You know what I'm saying? Imagine we brought Black Wall Street to Watts. It's possible.
It's very possible.
I'm hustling. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have the knowledge of working, but I'm hustling, making it away. You know what I'm saying? So it's the know.
And like, you know,
So I got a question for you though. What else comes from Oklahoma?
band.
My family's from Bowley.
Okay.
Bowley, that's where the rodeos came from.
Oh wow.
The Black Rodeo.
Okay.
That's Bowley, Oklahoma.
Nice. See, I didn't know that, and this is what needs to be taught. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the fact, and there's so much in our DNA, even with some of our folks migrating to the West, even in their DNA and our DNA. We have entrepreneurs in our bodies, in our history. We have business creators. We have organizations. You know what I'm saying? It's no question in the Bible when it says one can put 1,000 to fly, two can put 10,000. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you fight together, you got a stronger confidence. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I could take on 5,000 if he could take on 5,000. And so then you link up, because there's another phrase I always hear people say, and I look at it different. It says, you can go far by yourself, but you can go faster with each other. You see what I'm saying? So, but how we do that is we find the things that we're skilled at, and we take it as an educational promotion, right? We go ahead and you find the next you inside this community. You find the next you in your expertise. You find the next you. I got my next me right there behind these cameras. You see what I'm saying? So then if I gotta put 1,000 to fly, I'll be like, yo son, we gotta put 10,000 to flight. And then he gonna have a couple people with him. So now we putting a lot of, and sometimes the flight doesn't mean a fight. It can mean, okay, I can go ahead and build up one community, but I got him, so now we about to build up 10 communities. You feel what I'm saying? So now we gonna be able to have our own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? You know, when we start trying to do things, how we gonna keep the combativeness that might come from within?
We don't be selfish.
But it ain't gonna be us.
Well, that, and we also implement the programs of self-healing, breaking the self-trauma. Like, I wrote, this is called psychological self-defense. I'm gonna read through it briefly. It's what's up, fam? Let me tell you something that school won't teach you, and the streets might twist. You have power, real power, not just in your fist, your hustle, or your style, but in your mind, your energy, and your choices. Life sharpens you. You either sharpen you or dull you. We sharpen each other. We're together. You grow up learning how to survive, but I'm gonna talk to you about how to thrive. And that starts with measuring your power within. Psychological defense. Every day people throw things at you. Doubt, hate, trauma, pressure. They tell you who you are not. But listen up. The psychological defense, which means knowing your worth, even if nobody's clapping for you. Keeping your peace when drama tries to bait you.
Yeah.
Controlling your response when the world tests your patience.
Yeah.
Because people throw shade because they are lost in the dark, not you.
Yeah.
So don't let them unplug your light. Part 2 is energetic.
Yeah.
Self-defense, because everything is energy.
Yeah.
Your energy is your spiritual currency. It's how you vibe, how you carry yourself, and how the world meets you. And energy can be attacked by negativity, fake friends, or toxic environments. Which means surround yourself with people who uplift, not drain you. Learning to say no to what doesn't serve you.
Right.
Taking time to breathe, to pray, to meditate, to reclaim your power. Because you can't always choose your environment, but you can choose your energetic response to it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a force field.
Right.
And our Father produces that for
Yes.
us. Your mind is a weapon.
Yeah.
Breaking it down, a warrior doesn't just throw hands. A real warrior protects their mind, their spirit, and their future.
Yeah.
Because our future is what really matters.
Yeah.
And that's you. That's me. That's you. 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 That's everybody.
Yeah.
So when the world calls you angry, violent, or broken, you can look at them and answer back with focus, purpose, and discipline.
Yeah.
When life throws trauma your way, you say, this pain made me powerful.
Yeah.
This fire forged me.
Yeah.
Right? We're not just surviving, we're building.
Yeah.
And it's happening in real time.
Yeah.
It really is. You can be the next author, the next healer, the next CEO, the next artist, the next freedom fighter. Not in the future, but right now.
Yeah.
It's needed now.
Now.
Because life is the moment now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life is just built moments.
Yep,
The
yep.
sun measures time, and it was created to document structure.
Yeah.
But when you're in the present, you're in the physical.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So defend your mind like a treasure, protect your energy like royalty,
Yeah.
and walk like someone who knows, because they want us to really think we are from trauma, but we are from throne.
Yeah.
We are from throne. We are from royalty. They
Yeah.
cut off our heritage because once you know that, you're connected back to our, wherever we come from.
Yeah.
We're from throne. We're not really from trauma, but that's a,
That was injected into our DNA. It wasn't something that we willingly wanted it.
yes.
Right.
Exactly. And through, call it the Holy Spirit or collective consciousness, each one teach one. It's like a spark.
Yeah.
The light sparks, it sparks other sparks, which is why prayer works.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's been studies done of people that pray on one thing, and the structure of the molecule changes. There's the water dynamic by the Japanese. I forget his name right now, but people that pray over water, you can see the molecules change
Wow.
with the words. And our bodies are 80% water, like the earth.
Yeah.
So what you tell yourself, your body is going to think.
Yeah.
But what's scary is the subconscious mind is the most powerful part.
Yeah.
That's the shadow work.
Yeah. That's the shadow word. That's the traumatizing part that need to be healed.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because you said in your poems, the first one you said, sharpen and dull.
Yeah.
So that stuck out to me for sure. I want to say, because I feel like places, spaces is important, because in places and spaces that you are in, either you can be sharp or dull. You know what I'm saying? And every situation can mold a person to either be stronger or weaker. You know what I'm saying? So I took that, and I also really love the simple fact that you said that to basically believe me or say even when nobody clapping.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like I do things because out of my heart.
Yeah.
A lot of people really don't say, "Hey, Destiny, I appreciate that you went out your way to try to bring," like it never said. You never probably will hear the claps. You know what I'm saying? But so I just appreciate that too, to just keep going. Nobody who clapping for you. So those two things that did stick out to me. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
In the Bible, I forget where, maybe you guys can help me, but iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely. I'll find it. What I'll do is I'll put it inside of the video. Big Mama, talk to us. I know you got something. I'm gonna let you lead us out.
Well, to the youth.
Yeah.
If you're a young person going through trauma or witnessing domestic violence, I want you to know something. It is not your fault. You didn't cause the chaos around you, and you don't have to carry it alone. What you're feeling is real. The confusion, the fear, the anger is valid. You don't have to stay silent. If you can't speak at home, talk to someone safe at school. A counselor, a teacher, a coach, or even a friend's parent. You have a right to be safe. You have a right to be heard. Just because you came from pain doesn't mean you have to stay in it. You can break the pattern, you can grow up and create a new story. One where love doesn't hurt and where home feels safe. To the parents and adults, our children are watching. They're yelling, they're hearing the silence. They see it all and it shapes how they see love. No, we have to do better. Healing starts with us. If we don't face our own trauma, we pass it down, silently, violently, and sometimes unknowingly. But when we get help, when we choose peace, when we don't just change our own lives, we give our children a fighting chance to live free. Well, you know, trauma is real, change is real, domestic violence, you know, is real.
OG Big Mama, you on social media? Go ahead. Tell the people right there in that camera, right there, where they can find you. Hold on.
Google Marcia Robinson, and you can get me everywhere.
Yes.
Also, be like.
Yes.
Talk to the people in that camera right there. Tell them where they can find you at.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Brian, Bryan, Lay, Lay, B-Lay, B-L-A-Y, B-Lay Music, BLAYMusic.com. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you got some whatever your inner ear through our Father Gay team. Thank you for attending.
All right. Destiny.
Yes, sir.
Tell them what is next for Discover Champions and tell them where they can find you.
Yes, sir. So the next thing for Discover Champions will be, hopefully, if we do get some donations today or not, we still plan on giving back to the Hispanic community. As far as with the ICE thing going on, I do not condone it at all. I stand with my people, brown and black for sure. So I will definitely try to round up some money so I can get some water, some food, something like that, just so I can donate to the family who is in hiding or, you know, families who do need it. So that's definitely my next step within the next month for sure to get that done. You can actually find me on Instagram at Gracias Destino because I am half Hispanic in my heart. And you can find us on Discover Champions on Instagram at Discover Champions 2250. Represent my community, and I just appreciate you guys for hearing us out, and thank you so much for actually having me today.
All right. Now, it's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni, and we just tapping in, letting you know that we doing good up in the hood. This is the Juneteenth celebrations, also held by Destiny, aka Discovered Champions, head CEO, founder. You know what it is. And look, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow everybody on this panel because we're giving you news that you can use that's going to change your world. Peace.